Welcome back. In this module, we are going to start with practice set 3.1 of chapter circle. Okay, so here is the first question. In the figure, the radius of a circle with center C is 6 centimeter. Okay, so radius of the circle is 6 centimeter. Line AB is a tangent at point A. Answer the following questions. So first question is, what is the measure of angle CAB and why? CAB, as we have studied the first theorem, it should be 90 degree. Okay, what is the theorem? Tangent theorem. So let us write down the answer. They have asked what is the measure of angle CAB. So write down measure of angle CAB is equal to 90 degree. And what is the reason? Tangent theorem. Okay. See the second one. What is the distance of point C from line AB? What is the distance of point C from line AB? It should be 6. Why? Because it is the radius. Okay. So this point center and this is the point of a tangent. So when you join this, it is a radius of the circle, right? And that is given to us that the radius of a circle with center C is 6 centimeter. So what is the distance? The distance is 6 centimeter. Write down the distance of point C from line AB is 6 centimeter. Reason they have asked. Reason will be CA is the radius of circle. Okay. See the third one. What they have given? Distance AB. Now we know that this is the radius. It is 6. Distance AB is given as 6. You need to find BC. Okay. Now this is right angle triangle and CB is the hypotenuse of this right angle triangle. So we can find by Pythagoras. Okay. So let us write down by Pythagoras theorem in triangle CAB. So BC square is equal to CA square plus AB square. Okay. Now this is what we are supposed to find. Now CA square, that is 6 square plus AB square. AB is also 6. So this becomes 36 plus 36. Total is 72. Now this is BC square is 72. So what will be BC? It will be under root 72. Now we can't directly find because this is not the perfect square. So what it will be? It will be 36 into 2. Right? 36 into 2 gives you 72. Since 36 is a perfect square, this will be 6 root 2. 36, 6 is outside and under root 2. So this is centimeter is given to us, so the unit will be centimeter. This is fourth sub question of question number 1 itself. What is the measure of angle ABC and why? Okay. So let me show you once again the diagram. See, what is the question? What is the measure of angle ABC? This angle they have asked. Okay. And why? Now understand, first understand the diagram because I will remove this afterwards. See, CA is one side of the triangle, AB is the second side of the triangle, and this is the third side of the triangle. Okay. Now see here, this first side and the second side measures the same. This is 6, this is 6. It means that CA is equal to AB. These two sides are equal. Okay. So this form isosceles triangle. Okay. Now if this is isosceles triangle, the angles opposite to the congruent sides are equal, means angle opposite to this side here and angle opposite to this side, CA side here, they both are equal. Let us consider them as x. Means what? Angle ACB and angle ABC are congruent because they are angles of isosceles triangle, base angles of isosceles triangle. So they are equal. This is what we are going to use. Remember this, and I am going to make use of this while writing the solution. Okay. So let us write out. Now in triangle ABC, in this triangle CA is equal to AB. CA is equal to AB. This is given that each measure same, that is 6 centimeter. Okay. Now therefore angle ABC is equal to angle ACB. Angle ABC is equal to angle ACB. Why? Because of isosceles triangle theorem. Okay. Now let angle ABC is equal to angle ACB is equal to x degree. Let them measure as x degree. Okay. Now again, in this triangle ABC, now you all know that measure of all angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So let us make use of that. Angle CAB plus angle ABC plus angle ACB is equal to 180 degree. What will be the reason? Sum of angles of a triangle. Okay. Now let us substitute. CAB, we know it is 90 degree. Okay. Yes. So let us substitute 90 degree. And what are these two angles? X degree. We have considered them as x degree is equal to 180 degree. Let us solve. This will become 90 plus this is 2x degree is equal to 180 degree. I am taking 90 onto my right hand side. So this will become 2x degree is equal to 180 minus 90. So what is 180 minus 90? It is 90. Therefore now I am taking 2 onto right hand side. It will be dividing 90 degree. So 90 by 2 gives you what? 45. So what is measure of each angle? Each angle is 45 degree. What is the question asked? That measure of angle ABC. So what is measure of angle ABC? Is equal to 45 degree. This is your answer. Let us us see second example from practice set 3.1. In the figure, O is the center of the circle. From point R, segment RM and segment RN are tangent segments touching the circle at M and N. If length of OR is 10 centimeter, this is given 10 centimeter, and radius of the circle is 5 centimeter, means radius over here is OM and ON. These are 5 centimeter. Then first question, sub question, what is the length of each tangent segment? Each tangent segment. So RM and RN, these are the tangent. You need to find their length. Now as you all know that tangents from outside point of a circle, you get two tangents and they measure same. This is the theorem we have seen, that tangents from point outside the circle are congruent. It means that RM is equal to RN. So even if you find any one, you know the second one. Okay. How can we find? Now let us take one triangle over here, that is OMR. Now OM will be perpendicular. Why? Because this is radius to tangent. So tangent theorem, this is 90 degree. So this becomes a right angle triangle, out of which we know two sides. We can always find the third side by using Pythagoras theorem. Now in this triangle, OR is the hypotenuse and OM is one of the side of the triangle. Okay. So we need to find the second side of the triangle. So let us write down, in triangle OMR, angle OMR is equal to 90 degree. Why? It is tangent theorem. Okay. So now by Pythagoras theorem, what is it? OR square, that is hypotenuse square, is equal to OM square, that is side 1 square, plus side 2 square, that is MR square. So we need to find MR. OR is given to us, that is 10. So its square is equal to, OM is also given to us, that is 5. Its square plus MR square. Okay. So now I will keep MR on one side and I will take 5 onto other side. Only thing is I will write it like this. MR square is equal to 10 square minus 5 square. Okay. Now this will be, what is 10 square? It is 100 minus 5 square is 25. What is 100 minus 25? It is 75. But this is MR square. So what will be MR? Under root 75. This is by taking square root. On both the sides. Okay. You just have to mention the reasons. Okay. Sometimes it is very important for you all to mention the reason, even if you feel it is very silly to write this, but you need to mention the reason. So now this is 75. 75 can be written as 25 into 3. Since 25 is the perfect square, I will take this outside the square root sign. It becomes 5 root 3. Okay. So MR is 5 root 3 centimeter. Okay. Now they have asked what? They have asked the length of each tangent. you got MR, that is 1, which is also equal to RN. Okay, so we will have to mention this somewhere. MR is equal to Rn is equal to 5 root 3 centimeter. And what is the reason? Tangent segment theorem. This is what we have studied. Tangent segment theorem. So length of each tangent is 5 root 3. This is second sub question. What is the measure of angle MRO? Okay. So MRO. This is what they have asked. This angle. What is the measure of this angle? MRO. Okay. Now listen here. This is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 10. Okay. OM is 5. See, what is the relation between 10 and 5? 5 is half of 10. Okay. Half of 10 means this is the side opposite to which angle? That is half of hypotenuse. Yes, it is 30 degree. The side opposite to 30 degree is half of the hypotenuse. Understood? So this is the side opposite to which angle? R. This is what they have asked you. MRO. So angle MRO measures what? 30 degree. Okay? So this is what we are supposed to write. Let us write down. In triangle RMO, what do we have? Angle OMR is 90 degree. Okay, this is, we have already written, it is by tangent theorem. Okay, now what is given to us? OM is 5 and OR is 10. This is given to us. What does this mean? It means that OM is half of OR, that is half of hypotenuse. Therefore, angle MRO is equal to 30 degree. What will be the reason? The reason will be converse of 30, 60, 90 degree triangle theorem. This is the reason. I hope you have recalled it. Okay. Therefore, what will be the remaining angle? See, this is 90. This is 30. So what will be this angle? Remaining angle is 60 degree. This should be 60. This is 30. Understood? Okay. Okay. So this third sub question, it says what is the measure of angle MRN? Now see this MRN. This is what they have asked. See, we have already found this angle MRO, that is 30 degree. Similarly, it will be for this side triangle. This is 90 degree. This is 10. This is half. This is 5. Okay, half of this 10. So again, this will be 30 degree, right? So these two angles add up to the bigger angle, that is MRN. Okay, so 30 plus 30, that is 60 degree is the measure of angle MRN. This is what they have asked. Okay, so let us write down that angle MRN is equal to angle MRO plus angle NRO. Nothing but angle addition theorem. Okay, this is the reason. Both are 30 degree. 30 degree plus 30 degree gives you 60 degree. So measure of angle MRN is equal to 60 degree. Understood? This is third example. Let us see. Segment RM and segment RN are the tangent segments of circle with center O. Prove that segment OR bisects angle MRN as well as MON. Okay. what you have to prove is that this is the bisector of this angle, that is MRN, and angle MON. Bisects means what? You need to prove that this angle, that is MRO, is congruent to angle NRO. Okay, and same way for this side, you will have to prove that angle MOR is congruent to angle NOR. This is what you are supposed to prove. Okay, so how will you prove it? Very simple. See, you already have one test to prove that the two triangles are congruent to each other. If you prove that these two triangles are congruent to each other, you can always say that these are the congruent angles of congruent triangles. Okay, now will you prove that these two triangles are congruent to each other? So you will have to see the tests that you have studied. So SSS test, SAS test, AA test, and hypotenuse side test. These are the tests you all know. So which is applicable? I think hypotenuse side is applicable. Why? See, this is the radii of the same circle OM and ON. These are the radii of the same circle, plus OR is the hypotenuse to both the triangles. Okay, so one side and one hypotenuse is congruent to the other hypotenuse and the side of the other triangle. Therefore, by hypotenuse side test, these two triangles are congruent to each other, and if they are congruent, their respective corresponding angles are also congruent. Okay, just put it down. Let us see how to write it. You will have to write proof. Okay, so we'll have to consider the two triangles. So in triangle, which are the two triangles? R M O and triangle R N O. R M O and R N O. So in these two triangles, we know that angle R M O is equal to angle R N O is equal to 90 degree. Why? By tangent theorem. Okay. Now we know that hypotenuse OR is congruent to itself. Okay. Hypotenuse OR, right? And also it is common side, right? Now side OM is congruent to side ON. Sorry, I wrote angle, it is side ON. Why? Because they are the radii of same circle. Okay, therefore triangle RMO is congruent to triangle RNO by hypotenuse side theorem. Okay, don't use short forms. Now if they are congruent, I can directly write that angle MRO is congruent to angle NRO. MRO is congruent to angle NRO, and or also angle MOR is congruent to angle NOR, MOR and NOR. Reason will be same for both, that is they are congruent angles of congruent triangles. Okay, therefore if they are congruent, then what was the result we want? That it is a bisector. Therefore write down segment OR bisects angle MRN. Sorry, this is MRN as well as angle MON. Okay, this is the fourth example from practice set 3.1. what is the distance between two parallel tangents of a circle having radius 4.5 centimeter? Justify your answer. This is the question. Okay, so to understand this question, we have already drawn a diagram. Okay, so let us consider our circle with center O. Now see, what is the question asked? What is the distance between two parallel tangents? Okay, now see, there are two tangents plus they are parallel to each other. Okay, so I have taken this AB as one tangent at point M. The second tangent is CD at point N. And what is given? That they are parallel to each other. Okay, now what is the question? What is the distance? So distance means what? You need to find Mn. Okay, you need to find Mn. Now you can directly tell me that this is the radius to the tangent, this is also radius to the tangent. Okay, now radius is already given 4.5, this is also given 4.5, it will be 9. Okay, because this is the distance, so 4.5 plus 4.5 become 9. But they have asked you to justify your answer. Justify means you have to prove it, you have to convince the questionnaire, the one who is asking you question, you have to convince them that why I need to add this and why I get 9. Okay, so for that you need to do some how you justify is you take up whatever you have studied in your previous classes. You take the statements, you take the theorems, you take the properties, you take the corollaries, you take converse, whatever is applicable, you apply to it, and using that you get your answer, means you have proved yourself. This is what it means, that you have to justify your answer. Like for example, in your science subject or your geography subject, you always get a question, give scientific reason or give geographical reasons. So even the simple thing, that why the oil floats on the water, even such simple things is been given, you need to explain them. What is the density of water, what is the density of oil, and it is less than the water and therefore the oil floats on the water. So this is the properties of water and oil. You use it to explain, to justify your answer. Same way in mathematics also, you have to do it when this question is asked. Justify your answer means give reasons to your answer. Okay, so for that what are we going to do is, you have seen this parallel lines. Okay, then interior angles, alternate angles, corresponding angles. So I am going to make use of it. Okay, here why so? Because I have already got two parallel tangents, two line is there, so why not third? Because we are using three parallel lines and the transversal concept since chapter 1. Okay, so why not we will make use of it. So I am going to make use of that. So what I have done is, I have done a construction of drawing one more parallel line to the tangent AB through the center of the circle. Means this line XY is the parallel line to the tangent AB. Okay, and it is passing through the center of the circle. Now what happens with this? These two lines are parallel. Okay, plus this will be parallel to the third line, that is the second tangent. Why? Because I am saying by construction says that XY is parallel to AB, but AB is parallel to CD is already given to us. Okay, so these three lines are parallel to each other. Now if they are parallel and I draw this OM, that is from center to the tangent point of contact, this becomes 90 degree. Okay, now this is parallel, this is parallel. So what am I supposed to say about this angle? These two are interior angles. Okay, now interior angles, you all know that they measure 180 degree. Fine, so this is 90, so what will be this? This is also 90. Okay, now if this is 90, this is the adjacent angle, that is angle XON is adjacent angle. Okay, so if this is adjacent angle, this becomes 90. Fine, this becomes 90. So these two becomes the linear pair, plus they are adjacent, they are supplementary, measures 180 degree, both together measures 180 degree. Now these becomes the opposite ray. Now see, OM and ON becomes the opposite ray now. It means that these points are collinear points, right? Means they lie on the same line, that is MON, lie on the same line. So if they lie on the same line, this is the proper distance between the two parallel lines or two parallel tangents. So if this is the proper distance and they form the radius of the circle, now it becomes the diameter of the circle. If one is 4.5, the two together becomes 9. I hope you have understood this. Let us pen it down. Let us see how to write this. Okay. So whatever I have explained, whatever I have told you, all these things with respect to our diagram, we need to write when you are explaining your answer. Okay. So what are we going to do is, first is our diagram. Let the center of the circle that we are going to consider be O. Okay. Let tangent AB and CD touch the circle at points M and N respectively. Okay. Now let us draw OM and ON. Okay. Now line, you need to draw this line. Okay, so draw line XY parallel to line AB. This is our construction. Okay, now it is given to us that line AB is parallel to line CD. This is given to us. Two tangents are parallel to each other. Okay, this is given. Now what do we have is line XY is parallel to line AB. This is by construction. Okay, this is by construction. So it means that I can directly write that line AB is parallel to line XY is parallel to line CD. Okay. Now angle OMA and angle ONC, this angle ONC, they both measure 90 degree. Why? Because of tangent theorem. Okay. Now consider line AB. This is what we have done. Line AB is parallel to line XY. Okay. And line OM is transversal. Okay, let us consider this as transversal. Now in this, what do we know is that angle OMA plus angle MOX, OMA and MOX, this is 180 degree. Why? Because they form pair of interior angles. Pair of interior angles. Okay. So one we know, this is 90 degree. Other we don't know, that is MOX. MOX we don't know, is equal to 180 degree. So from here what is the conclusion? That MOX is also 90 degree. Okay. 180 minus 90 gives you 90 degree. Right. So let us see the next one. Similarly, angle NOX, okay, is equal to 90 degree. You got MOX as 90, so NOX also will be 90 degree. Now let us see. Angle MOX plus angle NOX is equal to what it will be? 90 degree plus 90 degree. That is 180 degree. Now see, they are adjacent angles. Angle MOX and angle NOX are adjacent angles. Adjacent means neighboring. Okay, adjacent angles plus also supplementary. Supplementary means measures 180 degree. They two both together measure 180 degree, right? It means that they are also, therefore they form linear pair of angle. Linear pair means 180 degree. They both measure 180 degree, right? Now see here, ray, what we said, ray OM and ray ON are opposite to each other, opposite rays, okay? But from this we can conclude that M, O and N are collinear points. Collinear points means what? They lie on the same line, okay? Now therefore we can say that MN is the distance between the parallel tangents, okay? So if it is so, MN will be equal to 2 times radius. So that will be equal to 2 into 4.5, that is 9 centimeter. So what is the answer asked? Distance between parallel tangents is 9 centimeter. So this is your answer, okay? Don't use short form. I am using only to explain, but when you are writing, don't use this short forms. I hope this is clear. Let us see you in the next module.